me, right? Myself. And then comes the second circle, which is my family. And the third is my community, including Muslims and non-Muslims, the community I live in, my community, let's say Muslim community, mainly. And number four, we're talking about the whole nation of Islam. And number five, the whole world. And every circle of these you are connected to somehow, right? So you have duties towards everyone, towards yourself, your family, your community, your Muslim nation, Ummah, as you said, and the world, the whole world, right? So now, you said that you are against Iraq war, but you still love Britain. This is what I'm saying. But you are not in line with the government when they do something wrong, right? When they lie on their people even, and then later on they just find themselves that they are just liars, right? So again, that won't stop you being a good citizen anyway. Will it? It won't, you know? So again, let's just focus on what we can do. What we can do. What we cannot do, then we cannot do. And as I said, there is a day of judgment, but even in this life, one day the history will just, will be read for everybody. Those guys were on just few liars, right? And they go, that's it. So let's try on positive work, which bring us together. Let's work together as much as we could and differentiate between people who are acting against human beings and people who have got human being principles and they stand upon them. Thank you. There's another question.
Because if they haven't, hell knows no fury like a woman's scorn. So we're going to take the question from the woman here. You wanted to ask a question? Yeah.
Hello, firstly, thank you for your...
And then we come to Cyrus, right? Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting.
Thank you.
I'm, as a woman, a British woman, a huge part of my identity is based on being independent, being free to make my own choices, and being equal to men and to everyone, essentially. Are those values that can be held by Muslim women, and can they still be good Muslim women if they hold those values?
Sure. In Birmingham City University, I just delivered a speech about this. Woman liberation through Islam. What you have said is just Islam. Exactly. You are independent, a Muslim woman is independent. Yet having said that, other people working for her. She can work, that's right. But as long as she is under the guardianship of her own father, he is supposed to work very hard to meet her needs, different needs. Or she goes to her husband's house, then he is responsible, right? For her, again, we're talking about shelter, clothes, food, health needs and stuff like this. But she has got the right of making choices. She has the right to choose her husband. I cannot tell my own daughter, listen, this is your cousin, you have to marry him because I don't trust anybody else here in New Zealand. He's going to come from Egypt. He doesn't know English at all, but fine, he will know English soon, And you know what? He's a very kind-hearted person. He will take care of you. I know that you don't love him now. You will love him later, And just listen to me. Dad, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't have any connection with him. I'm sorry. No, you still have to listen to me. This is not Islamic, The attitude of the dad is not Islamic, because nobody can force anybody to have a relationship with someone they are not connected to, for God's sake. This guy has got another mentality. He might be living in the same country and the same city, and I look at him and say that, oh my God, I can't even bear staying with this person in the same place. There is no connection, right? So, freedom to choose her husband, to keep her name, family name after she get married. That might be different to the Western civilization or culture, right? But we have our own names. The wife remain her name as it is, no change at all. She doesn't take my name. Freedom to express her ideas and opinions, and that happened at the time of the Prophet. I'm not talking about something, this is supported by the Quran, our holy book, and the tradition of the Prophet. In many occasions, women would just give him opinion, and guess what? He would follow them, right? But we have saying in our culture, that's why I'm saying that you have to differentiate between the culture and the religion of Islam. In our culture, it says that you listen to the woman, but don't follow her. But just give her an ear, just listen, But you just don't follow her, okay? But this is not again Islamic. It's just something built in our culture. That's why, as a Muslim, I have to separate things. I have a package here. I can't take this, no, that. From Egypt, I came to England. No, I can't stand, oppressing people, killing them, helping the occupiers, being an occupier. But I can't remain this, So again, it's quite a challenge. She has got the right to vote. And by the way, the second time the Prophet met with a group of people to support him, there were about 17, all of them are men except 2. And all of them give him the oath that they are going to support him. And the 2 women give him that oath as well. The Prophet accepted the oath of the 17. And that mentioned in the Quran, that was the second treaty of Al-Aqaba, Not only that, the companions as well followed the same footsteps. Sayyidina Uthman, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, one of the companions, was in a council to choose the caliph or the president to come after the Prophet, the third one, after Umar died. And then he took 2 ladies and asked them their opinion. What do you think of Uthman ibn Affan? I would nominate him to be the president. So we think that he's a good guy. He can take the responsibility. Go ahead. And then he just nominated him, and then he became the president. So again, even women can just hold any positions in the government like men. So what else you have mentioned? You rule being independent, being able to make your own choices, being to have a say in things, even being a wife, a Muslim wife, it's again about the same thing. If you have got some Muslim husbands who are treating their wife outside these lines, or being oppressors, then they just, because of that package they have, not because of Islam, they have a package, a different one, which has got some rubbish from here and there. They're supposed to just get rid of this rubbish and keep the diamonds they have. Whether this rubbish is Egyptian, Pakistani, British, or New Zealand, whatever, no, I just take rid of it. I even learn from non-Muslims the good things I need to learn. So this is a little bit about the position of women in Islam. The first one to believe in Prophet Muhammad was a woman. First martyr in Islam was a woman. It wasn't a man. Somebody who believed in the truth, followed it, gave away her own life. The person who supported the Prophet with the money was a woman. And that's why when she died, that year is called among all of us as the year of sadness or sorrow. So, because he lost his wife, his lovely wife, supporter, everything. So this is little bit about woman's status in Islam. Alaykum salam.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
There are some literatures out there that say that the Islamic civilization and the West will never be compatible. Based on the fact that the Islamic civilization came about from the acknowledgement of man to the power of religion. But the West rose to power because they rebelled against the churches, the churches groups on the man back then. So, what's your view and comment on this? Up to the extreme point that this is because the West is a power system that we need not adhere to the rules and the strict rules because we're Muslims and they are not Muslims. What's your view?
Allah in the Quran says, وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. Allah says